Hey, everybody. It's so good to see you guys. I hope you are doing well. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. Tonight is going to be a little bit more special than what we was originally. We're going to talk about Betty White, but I'm going to do a little something for our beautiful lady after I say hello to everybody. Hello, Rip. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Evie. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Hippie Grandma. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Stella, Rose of Sharon. I hope I'm saying that correctly, honey. I apologize if I'm not. Welcome, darling. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Tiny Treasure. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, darling. And Kenzie C. Good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing good, honey. Hi, Lady 7 Up. I haven't seen Lady 7 Up yet. Okay, Stella. Pretty. I like it. Very pretty, honey. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Lady 7 Up. I was reading Stella's Stella's chat, and then I see Lady 7 Up. How are you, Lady 7 Up? Good to see you, sweetheart. Hello, Miss Sunshine. Good to see you. I hope you're doing good, darling. Thank you guys so much for being in here. All right. Thank you guys so much. All right. Well, we're going to do something a little bit special. As you guys know. Hello, Miss Rose. Good to see you. I hope you're doing okay, darling. As most of you guys know, if y'all don't know, our beautiful Nana's Angels gained her angel wings, and I wanted to do something very special for her. I didn't get to the pleasure of knowing her, but I did watch her, so I felt like I knew her, if that makes sense. Like I watched her and I was sucked up to her, and I felt like I knew her. So I just want, I just want to, y'all lift the family and friends up in your prayers. And I just want to honor her for just a few minutes because she seemed like a dear, sweet lady. And I just wanted to honor her for a few minutes. And she seemed like, she touched my heart, and I didn't even get really a chance to get to know her like a lot of you guys did. So, I know if she touched my heart, she touched everybody's heart. She was such a sweetheart. She really was. And I just want to honor her for a few minutes, and then we will talk about Betty White, okay? Hello, small town girl. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well, darling. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. Thank you, Lady 7 Up, for inviting Stella. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. All right. Well, this is the candle. I lit it for Nana's Angels. I know it's not purple, but I lit it for her in remembrance of her, guys. So y'all definitely lift the family and the friends and all of them up in your prayers, okay? I'm just going to keep this candle lit for Nana's Angels. She was a great lady, a sweetheart to many, loved by many, and she would definitely be missed. She would definitely be missed. Thank you, Lady 7 Up. Thank you, sweetheart. Love you too, honey. Thank you. All right. I don't mean to make you guys cry, but I want to play a few songs that kind of remind me of her, what I got to know of her. So she, like I said, I didn't really get to know her as well as a lot of people did, but I was honored to be able to know of her that little bit of time that I learned from her. So she was a very, very, very sweet, respected lady, and she would definitely be missed. She would definitely be missed. So I'm going to. I hope I don't get you guys upset, but I'll lift your spirits up when after we get to Betty White, because she's a hoot. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to turn. You're welcome, Stella, honey. I'm going to turn my camera off and yes, exactly. Rest in peace. Exactly. Nana's Angels. Rest in peace, darling. All right. I don't typically do this, but I just want to honor her. The little bit of time that I knew her, I wanted to honor her. And I know a lot of people, knew her longer, but I just wanted to honor her. Thank you so much, small town girl. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much, darling. It means a lot. Thank you. I'll just fill this chat up with some purple hearts because I heard she loves some purple hearts. Okay. I just want to honor her for just a few minutes, guys. All right, give me just a second. I don't normally do this on Sundays, but it's a special Sunday, so. And she is totally worth it, guys. She's totally worth it. All right. All right. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna have to play it on this end, unfortunately, because my internet wants to bounce out on me. So please put a 1 in chat and let me know that you guys can hear it, okay? Please, because this is for her. All right. All right, here we go. That was for not Nana's Angels, and then I have One more, guys. I couldn't decide which one, and I said, well, she deserves it, so I'm just going to play both of them. I think this next song is a beautiful song, too. And this is just in remembrance of her, to honor her, that beautiful lady that gained her angel wings.
I came by today to see you. Oh, I had to let you know. I knew the last time that I held you was the last time I'd have held you and never let go. Oh, it's kept me awake nights wondering, lie in the dark asking why. I've always been told you won't be called home till it's your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to was heaven was needing a hero like you. I remember the last time I saw you. Oh, you held your head up proud. I laughed inside when I saw how you were standing out in the crowd. You're such a part of who I am, and now that part will just be void. No matter how much I need you now, heaven needed you more, 'cause heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like her, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to was heaven was needing a hero just like you. Heaven was needing a hero like you.
It's for you, Nana's Angels. We love you, and we miss you, and thank you for being you, and we'll see you again. All right, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make nobody cry, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to play her 2 songs. And Bless her heart, she deserves way more than that. But she touched the hearts of many, many, many people. And she loved all the babies. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in here. I just wanted to honor her for a few minutes. All right, so we are going to go. Hello, Deanna. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're okay, darling. Yeah. Well, I love each and every one of you guys. Like Rebel was saying, when we love y'all, we love y'all. And, you know, there might be some things that's going on and people might not like us or whatever, but that doesn't mean that we don't love you guys. So, you know, life is too short, guys. So, you know, just love as much as you can. Enjoy your life as much as you can. Make memories, you know, that last a lifetime, because unfortunately, life is too short. It really is. So, you know, it sucks, but, you know, at least she's not suffering no more, because, you know, that she was definitely suffering last night, and you could hear it. Bless her heart. But just keep the family in your prayers, and the friends and the subs and the mods and everybody that loved her. Keep them in your prayers as well. All right, guys. All right, so we're going to talk about the life of Betty White tonight. It got voted on Tuesday night's live. And when I talk about these people, or when we talk about it, because y'all give me the names, I write them down, and then y'all vote on them. So what we do on Sundays, because Rebel talks about true crime and history, I figured, well, every Sunday we could talk about somebody that's been an inspiration in our lives, as in like a movie star or a singer or an organization or a specific person that's been like an inspiration that a lot of people like, that's made a huge impact in a lot of people's lives, been a positive change, been a motivational change, just a good example in the world. And that's what we talk about on Sundays. And you guys voted on Miss Beautiful Betty White this week. All right, so I always go over what is in the details on the bottom of my screen, because I understand, you know, and trust me, I completely understand. I have glasses, but I still have a hard time seeing. People are on their phones and tablets and stuff like that. So I always go over what we are going to talk about for the night. It says tonight we're going to be going over the life of beautiful Betty White. What inspiration has she done in her life? What are her life lessons for living a long and happy life? Yes. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, guys. And hopefully she will be an inspiration. And I hope Nana's Angels, I hope she likes some Betty White too. I'm sure she did. Who don't like Betty White? She's awesome. All right, guys. I always go over the information. So, and this lady, she's absolutely beautiful. She really is. She's a beautiful lady. But these are her biographies, and we just go over the information of them. Look how pretty she is. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry, guys. She's so pretty. All right. So it says Betty White was an American comedic actress who starred on such programs. Hold on, guys. Am I echoing? Turn that off, guys. Is that better? Am I echoing, guys? All right. It says, who starred on such programs as the Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Golden Girls, which I loved her in The Golden Girls, and Hot in Cleveland, over 8 decades in show business. 8 decades, guys. That's a long time. Look how beautiful she is. She just like lights up the room. Look how beautiful she is. She's absolutely a stunning lady. Beautiful. It says, who was Betty White? 1922 to 2021. Who was Betty White? Betty White began her television career in the late 1930s. She starred on The Life with Elizabeth in the 1950s and maintained her popularity as a TV personality through appearances on talk, game, and variety shows. Following a lengthy run on the Mary Tyler Moore Show in the 1970s, White co-starred in another popular sitcom the following decade with the launch of The Golden Girls. Her success carrying her into the 80s and then her 90s. White joined the cast of Hot in Cleveland in 2010, and that year also became the oldest host of Saturday Night Live after a Facebook-fueled effort to get her on the show. Early life and career. Comedic actress Betty Marion White Luden, I'm probably saying that wrong, but was born on January the 17th, 1922 in Oak Park, Illinois. She grew up as the only child of Horace and Tess White, an electrical engineer and a homemaker. When she was 2, she moved to Los Angeles with her family. It says White got her start working as an assistant at a local television station. In the early 1950s, she launched her first television series, Life with Elizabeth, which she developed with George Tibbles. He wrote and I produced. While explained to the Hollywood Reporter, I was one of the first women producers in Hollywood. The show's premise came from a sketch she had done previously on local television. Continuing to work in television, White made guest appearances on such shows as the United States Steel Hour and Petticoat Junction. She was also a favorite of talk show host Jack Paar, who often had her on The Tonight Show, and she made regular appearances on game shows such as Password. She met her third husband, Alan Luden, on that show in 1961. TV stardom. White's career received an enormous boost from her next television series, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, playing Sue Ann Nevins. White showed audiences that behind her sweet smile lay a sharp wit. Her character served as a co-worker to the show's star, Mary Tyler Moore, in a Minneapolis, I never say that word right, I apologize, guys, television newsroom. When she wasn't pursuing her male colleagues, Sue Ann could be counted on to make funny yet poignant quips at Moore's expense. White won 2 Emmy Awards for her work on the series. In a sharp contrast to her Sue Ann character, White played the sweet and naive Rose Nolan on the popular 1980 sitcom The Golden Girls, along with co-stars Rue McClanahan, Bea Arthur, and Estelle Getty. The show looked at the lives of 4 elderly females, and its success proved that there was an audience for programs featuring older characters. The series landed among the top-ranked shows during its 7 seasons on the air, and it won numerous awards, including another Emmy Award for White. Later career. After The Golden Girls went off the air in 1992, White appeared in the short-lived spin-off Golden Palace. She had better luck as a guest star, appearing on numerous television series. She even played herself on the John Larroquette Show in 1996, which earned her another Emmy Award. More recently, White enjoyed recurring roles in the David E. Kelley Boston Legal and in the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. She also had a supporting role in 2009 romantic comedy The Proposal, starring Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. While she worked steadily over the years, White's career caught fire again in 2010. She appeared in a humorous candy bar ad during that year's Super Bowl, which quickly became an audience favorite, thanks largely to Facebook campaign. That May White became the oldest person to host Saturday Night Live. She was initially reluctant to do the show, explaining to Newsweek that it was the scariest thing I've ever done. It was really funny stuff, but it was a challenge. Also in 2010, White returned to the series television with a role on the sitcom of Hot in Cleveland, alongside with Valerie Bertinelli, Jane Leeves, and Wendy Malick. She first only signed on for the pilot, but she later joined the cast. It's just a terrific show. The chemistry between the girls is so great, she told Newsweek. In addition to her work at Hot in Cleveland, she also hosted Betty White's Off the Rockers. This hidden camera show, which aired from 2012 into 2017, featured a mature set of merry pranksters who played jokes on younger generations. White picked an Emmy Award nomination for her work on the show in 2012. The same year, White celebrated her 90th birthday with All-Star Television special. Ellen DeGeneres, Mary Tyler Moore, Carl Reiner, Tina Fey, and Ed Answer were among the many celebrities who helped honor White on the program. In August of 2018, PBS aired Betty White, First Lady of Television, the retrospective look back at her 80-year career in show business, highlighted by her early variety series work, her standout roles on The Mary Tyler Moore Show and The Golden Girls, and her resurgence as a sharp-tongued senior in her later years. Not ready to be relegated to the nostalgia bin just yet, the actress joined an all-star roster of talent for the 2019 Toy Story 4, voicing a tiger-teething toy named Betty White, or Bitey White, I'm sorry, before being taped to the headline of Lifetime holiday movie the following year. Personal life: she worked with the Los Angeles Zoo and the Morris Animal Foundation for more than 4 decades. I'm actually the luckiest old broad alive. Half my life is working in a profession I love, and the other half is working with animals. She loved animals, guys. She wrote several books during the 1980s and 1990s, including 1987, Betty White in Person, and 1995, Here We Go Again, My Life in Television, which was re-released in 2010. In 2010, she signed a 2-book deal with G.B. Punt & Sons. White's latest set of observations on her life and career, If You Ask Me, and of course you won't, was published in the spring of 2011. Her next work, My Life at the Zoo, Betty and Her Friends, came out in the fall. Thrice married, White said that her third husband, Alan Luden, was the love of her life. The couple married from 1963 until Luden's death in 1981. She was previously married to Lord have mercy, World War II pilot Dick Barker and theatrical agent Lane Allen. Betty died on December 31st, 2021, at the age of 99 years old. This is her quick facts. Name: Betty White. Birth year 1922. Birth date January 17th, 1922. Birth state Illinois. Birth city Oak Park. Birth country United States. Gender female. Best known for: Betty White was an American comedic actress who has starred on such programs as The Mary Tyler Moore Show, The Golden Girls, and Hot in Cleveland. Over 8 decades in show business. Industries: comedy and television. Astrological sign is Capricorn. Death year is 2021. Death date is December 31st, 2021. And here's some of her quotes. We're going to go over some more of her quotes. She's a hoot on her quotes, but here's some of them. I have to keep acting so I can afford to keep doing my charity work, which is excellent. I was a thrill to be with Mr. Obama, but the big thrill was being with Bo, their dog. He's the cutest guy you ever seen in your life. I spent a half hour with him on my lap. I recently don't care with whom you slept with. I'm just like what kind of decent human being you are. I'm a very lucky all broad. I don't know how many people can get so anti-something. Mind your own business, take care of your affairs, and don't worry about other people so much. I've always liked older men. They're just more attractive to me. Of course, at my age, they aren't that many left. I have a 2-story house and a bad memory, so I'm up and down those stairs all the time. That's my exercise. My parents had a cat named Toby who liked to sit on my crib. My mom always said that if Toby hadn't approved of the baby, she had gone straight back to the hospital. Those friars may think I'm an easy mark, but I have 90 years of comebacks waiting for them. What is this Betty White business? This is so silly. You have an overdose of me. I think I'm going to go away for a while. That's the first one, guys. All right, there she is right here. Here's some more biography. This one has more of the quotes and stuff like that. Yes, I know. She was nothing like Rose. I loved Rose on Golden Girls, but yes, she was nothing. That's exactly right, Stella. She was nothing like her. Overview, like we just went over. Born January 17th, 1922, Oakland Park, Illinois, USA. Died December 31st, 2021 in Los Angeles, California, USA. It's a cerebrovascular accident. Birth name Betty Marion White. Nicknames Grand Dame of Television, Queen of Television, Queen of TV. Height was 5'4", so she was a little lady. Mini bio. This has got some useful information. Betty White was born in Oak Park, Illinois, to Christine Tess. I cannot pronounce the last name. Cacus, a homemaker, and Horace Logan White, a lighting company executive for the Cross Hines Electric Company. She was Danish, Greek, English, and Welsh descent. Although she was best known for the devious Sue Ann Nivens on the classic sitcom The Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1970 and the Dincy Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls in 1985, Betty White had been in television for a long, long time before those two shows, having her own series, Life with Elizabeth, in 1952. She was married 3 times, lastly for 18 years until widowed to TV and game host Alan London. She was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame, and she was known for her tireless efforts on behalf of animals. Betty White died on 31st of December 2021 at the age of 99. She was almost 100 years old. Like 2 more weeks and she would have been 100 years old. Wow. This is her family, her spouses, like we just covered. Alan London, June the 14th, 1963 to June the 9th, 1981 was his death. Lane Allen, November 8th, 1947 to July 17th, 1949, divorced. Frederick Richard Dick Barker, July 7th, 1945 to December the 18th, 1945, divorced. She didn't have no children, but these are some of the children, I guess, this spouse had, that Allen had. David London, Martha London, Sarah London, but she didn't have no children of her own. Parents Hess White and Horace White. I hope I'm saying these right. Trademark seductive, raspy voice, sparkling blue eyes, always smiling with a sunny disposition. Here is some trivia. Said I can't even talk. Betty was originally considered for the role of sex pot Blanche de Barley on The Golden Girl in 1985. However, Betty had already been aggressive Sue Ann Nivens on The Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1970, and Rue McClanahan had played the introverted Vivian Chandler on Maude 1972. It was thought best not to have these two actresses reprise similar characters. Therefore, Betty got the role of naive Rose Nyland and replayed the oversexed Blanche. Before she was a successful comedian, actress, and animal activist, she was a member of the American Women's Voluntary Services, where she drove a PX truck during World War II, and she worked as a disc jockey at KLAC. She was a DJ. Yes. She was awarded a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame for television at 6747 Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California on February 18, 1988. Her Walk of Fame star is located next to that of her late husband, Alan London. Of the 4 principal actresses on The Golden Girls 1985, Betty White was the oldest as well as the last to pass away. Betty White was born on January the 17th, 1922. Bay Arthur was born on May 13th, 1922. Estelle Getty was born on July the 25th, 1923, and Rue McClanahan was born on February 21st, 1934. Was strongly critical of reality TV. In 1955, Betty White was honorary mayor of Hollywood, California. She started her entertainment career on the radio in 1930 at the age of 8, playing an adopted orphan on the soap opera Empire Builders. She played the same character, Rose Nyland, on 4 different series: The Golden Girls 1985, Empty Nest 1988, Nurses 1991, and The Golden Palace 1992. James L. Brooks offered her the role of Helen Hunt's mother in As Good as It Gets 1997. She turned down the role because she objected to the treatment of the dog in the film. In 2010, at the age of 88 and a half, She was the oldest person to ever host Saturday Night Live in 1975. Per her autobiography, White was named Betty at birth, not Elizabeth, because her parents did not want her to be saddled with any kind of nicknames and derivatives of Elizabeth. Example, Beth, Liza, Ellie, etc. Was portraying the convening, gold-digging Ellen Hopper, the niece of Rue McCallaghan, who played the proud Aunt Fran on Mama's Family in 1983. At the same time as they were working together on The Golden Girls in 1995 in almost opposite roles. Beloved frequent guest celebrity panelist on numerous game shows, including every version of Password 1961, the Hollywood Squares Daytime in 1965, Match Game in 1973, and the $10,000 Pyramid in 1973, and countless others. Skipped college to study classical vocal training under opera singer Felix Hughes, uncle of Howard Hughes. Received her union card to work in the radio by saying the line "parquet" in a commercial during an episode of The Great Gildersleeve. She earned $37.50 but had to pay 69 cents to join the union. Started writing plays while in grammar school. In 1974, she was criticized for having black tap dancer Arthur Duncan in her show, The Betty White Show, 1952. The producers wanted to remove him from the show, but she said he stays, live with it, and gave Duncan more airtime. Soon afterwards, her show was canceled. Attended and graduated from Beverly Hills High School in Beverly Hills, California at age 17, winter class of 1939. Her name is listed as Betty Marion White. Her picture is on page 31 of the Watchtower, the school's yearbook. Admitted to having had cosmetic surgery before the Golden Girls in 1985, even though the program was about growing old and accepting it. For 11 and a half years, she was the last surviving cast member of the Golden Girls 1985. Stepmother of David London, Martha London, and Sarah London, Alan London's children from his first marriage, Margaret McLowan. So, like I said, she had children, but none of her own. Her potential grandfather, Christopher Hans Christian White, was Danish, and her maternal grandfather, Nicholas Kakis, was Greek. Hopefully, I'm saying these names right. Her grandmothers, Etta K. Lundin and Margaret Hobbs, both Canadian-born, had English and Welsh ancestry. Appeared on many game shows with good friend Vicki Lawrence, who was also a big game player. Was an avid animal welfare activist and worked with a number of organizations, including the Los Angeles Zoo Commission, the Morris Animal Foundation, Actors and Others for Animals, the Farm Animal Reform Movement, and Friends of Animals. Yes. In radio, she performed in episodes of The Great Gildersleeve, Blondie, and This Is Your FBI. Her death marked the fifth major figure for the Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1970 to pass away in 2021. After Cloris Leachman, Gavin McLeod, Edgar Asher, and director Jay Sandrich received the Women's Internal Center WIC Living Legacy Award in 1988. She was very dear friends with renowned animal trainer and Hollywood animal behaviorist Ralph Helfer, who provided many of his exotic animals for her television show The Pet Set in 1971. Exactly. Yes, she was awesome. Of her first two plays she auditioned for she landed both leads. The plays were Philip Barry's Spring Dance, which ran for 8 performances, and the wartime romantic comedy Dear Ruth. In February 1939, at the request of Los Angeles Packard dealer Earl C. Anthony, she and Harry Bennett, Beverly Hills High School student body president, performed songs from the operetta. The Merry Window and Packard Motor Car Company building for the experimental television broadcast. White's parents met in Chicago, where her father, Horace Logan White, worked at an electrical company. Upon marriage, her mother, Christine, became a housewife. Betty was born in Chicago's suburb of Oak Park, but the family moved to Los Angeles when she was only 2 years old. Upon her death, she was cremated and her ashes were given into the custody of her longtime press agent, Jeff Widges. She passed away on December 31st, 2021, only 17 days before what would have been her 100th birthday on January 17th, 2022. Her final word before passing was Alan, the first name of her late husband, Alan London. Began her career as a phone girl on Al Jarvis's afternoon television show in Los Angeles, California. In her book, If You Ask Me, and of course you won't, in 2011, Betty stated that she had her eyes done in 1976 on Loud Nature to take its course ever since. Best known for her starting role as Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls 1985. She was a member of the Unity Church. Hold on a minute, guys. I have two boys that will not go to sleep. Hold on. All right, guys. Lord. These youngins don't realize they have school in the morning and they have to go to sleep. All right, it says attended and graduated from Horace Mann Grammar School in Beverly Hills, California. Met Mark Goodson, Bill Toldman, Frank White, and Chester Fieldman when White was in New York doing game shows. When they were a couple, she and Lane Allen's special song was Carl Riva's I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. She was a Democrat, and over the years, she endorsed Franklin D. Roosevelt, Al D. Stevenson, John F. Kennedy, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. In 1949, she appeared on local Los Angeles television special Haynes in the Rains that featured KLAC radio disc jockey Dick Haynes. She performed Somebody Loves Me and I'd Lie to Get You on a Slow Boat to China with band leader Rock Hillman and his band. Made several appearances on Santa Barbara in 1984 as part of a contest. In 1949, she was recommended by band leader Rock Hillman for KLAC 15-minute comedy show called Tom, Dick, and Harry. That starred three vaudevillains who managed a hotel Betty played and made, and the show lasted just a few weeks. In 1949, she appeared on KLAC's Grab Your Phone, not on IMDb, in which she was one of the four phone girls tasked with taking calls from the audience who endeavored to answer the questions asked by the host, Wes Battersea. She was paid $20 per week. $20 back in 1949, I guess, was a lot, but nobody can't live off $20 now. Studying acting in the Bliss Hayden Theater, run by husband and wife film actors team Harry Hayden and Leah Bliss, born at 6:38 p.m. Central Time. All right, here's her quotes, guys. And y'all know she has some crazy quotes. All right. It says, at my age, 90. Okay, this is a quote. This is what she said at 90, guys. I can only imagine what it says. It says, I can credit my folks for the genes that I said I can't get over that at this age. I don't feel this age. I'm not trying to be any younger. I'm not lying about my age. If I were lying about my age, I would say I'm 89. I'm just one of those good times in one life. I'm at one of the high spots. I'm healthy enough to enjoy it. I'm surrounded by friends I adore. Isn't that kind of the best way to sign off? In the acting business, hold on. There we go. In the acting business, that's the ego business. When you get offers the way things are going now, you got to enjoy it. You got to take time to taste it and appreciate it and make the most of it. Those offers aren't going to come around all the time by the time I'm 100. The audience today has heard every joke. They know every plot. They know where you're going before you even start. That's a tough audience to surprise and a tough audience to write for. It's much more competitive now because the audience is much more, I want to say, sophisticated. On Bay Arthur, Bay was not that fond of me. I don't know what I ever did, but she was not that thrilled with me. But I loved Bay and I admired her. It's your outlook on life that counts. If you take yourself lightly and you don't take yourself too seriously, pretty soon you can find the humor in everyday life, and sometimes it can be a lifesaver. Don't try to be young. Just open your mind. Stay interested in stuff. There's so many things I won't live long enough to find out about, but I'm still curious about them. You know, people who are already saying, I'm going to be 30. Oh, what am I going to do? Well, use that decade, use them all. I think a lot of people like hidden camera shows where they think they're spying on somebody who doesn't know they're looking at them and nobody takes it seriously. You either enjoy it and get a laugh out of the reactions or not. I think older women still have a full life. I'm not into animal rights. I'm only into animal welfare and health. I've been with the Morris Animal Foundation since the 70s. We're a health organization. We fund campaign health studies for dogs, cats, lizards, and wildlife. I worked with the LA Zoo for about the same length of time. I get my animal fixes, what she said. I worked with the Los Angeles Zoo for 45 years, and we have this magnificent photographer, Tad Matomia. He takes these wonderful, wonderful animal pictures, and though the years he's given me copies of these pictures, well, I have all these gorgeous ones. So I said, Tad, I want to do a book with your picture on one side. Animal lover that I am, a cougar I am not. I'm interested in a lot of things, not just show business and my passion for animals. I try to keep current in what's going on in the world. I do mental exercises. I don't have any trouble memorizing lines because of the crossword puzzles I do every day to keep my mind a little limber. I do sit and vegetate. I didn't know what Facebook was, and now that I do know what it is, I have to say it sounds like a huge waste of time. Anger tears me up inside, my own or anyone else's. You can always tell about somebody by the way they put their hands on an animal. Why retire from something if you're looking it so much and enjoying it so much? You are blessed with another group of people to work with, like the gang on Hot in Cleveland. Why would I think of retiring? Why would I do that to myself? If you're walking with your lady on a sidewalk, I like to see a man walking street side to protect the lady from traffic. I grew up like with that, and I hate to see something like that get lost. I like to see that a man opens a door. I like those touches of silver Valerie that are fast disappearing. Animals don't lie. Animals don't criticize. If animals have moody days, they just handle them better than humans do. The bottom line is I'm blessed with good health. On top of that, I don't go around thinking, oh, I'm 90. I better do this or I better do that. I'm just Betty. I'm the same Betty that I've always been. Take it or leave it. I don't know where I've learned elephants like their tongue slaps. Whatever turns you on. Oh my goodness gracious. I may be a senior, but so what? I'm still hot. I told you guys. During the Depression, my dad made radios to sell to make extra money. Nobody had any money to buy the radios, so he would trade them for dogs. He built kennels in the backyard and he cared for the dogs. I had to make a major decision with myself because I don't just think you can do both. Try to have a baby career and raise it, and have a baby and raise it. And to try to do the justice to either one. It was a very conscious decision on my part not to have children, which I never regretted. I love words. Sudoku, I don't get into. I'm not into numbers that much, and there are people who are hooked on that. But crossword puzzles, I just can't. If a puppy and a paper train him, and I put if all of a sudden I open the paper and there's a crossword puzzle, no, you can't go on that, honey. I'll take it. I'm a big, cock-eyed optimist. I try to accentuate the positive and oppose to the negative, which is great. I always wanted to be a zookeeper when I was growing up, and I wound up a zookeeper. I've been working with the Los Angeles Zoo for 45 years. I'm the luckiest old broad on 2 feet because my life is divided absolutely in half animals and half show business. You can ask for better than two things that you love the most. I just make it my business to get along with people, so I have fun. It's that simple. When I proteinnovate, it sounds so, oh, well, she's preaching. I'm not preaching, but I think maybe I've learned from my animal friends kindness and consideration of somebody beside yourself. I think that keeps you feeling young. I really do. Animals are near and dear to my heart, and I've devoted my life to trying to improve their lives. Doing drama is, in a sense, easier than doing comedy. If you don't get that life, there's something wrong. Hot dogs and red vines and potato chips and french fries are my favorite foods. Wilderness is harder and harder to find these days on this beautiful planet, and we're abusing our planet to the point of almost no return. I don't care who anybody has slept with. If a couple has been together all that time and there are gay relationships that are more solid than heterosexual ones, I think it's fine if they want to get married. I don't know how people can get so anti something. Long ago, I did a 5.5 hour day, 6 days a week talk show for 4 years, early on in a Los Angeles local show. And when you're on that many hours with no script, you get very comfortable, maybe overly comfortable with the small audience. A good friend of mine was Lucy Ball, or Lucy, I Love Lucy's show. Hello, Mermaid. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Her mother's and my mother were best friends. I have a 2-story house and a bad memory, so I'm up and down the stairs all the time. That's my exercise. Wendy Malick and Valerie Bertinelli made fun of me, but I take care of my health. I don't abuse it. It's a little known fact that 1 in 3 family pets get lost during its lifetime, and approximately 9 billion pets enter shelters each year. That's why it's a wonderful thing to get your pet microchipped and register with your contact information, because they can be located and the owners can track where their pets are. Retirement is not in my vocabulary. They aren't going to get rid of me that way. If you have one good series, it's a blessing. 2 good series is unusual. There is a phenomenon, but right now I'm working with these wonderful women in Hot in Cleveland, 2010, and Valerie Bertinelli and Wendy Malick and Jane Leaves it's like the buddy ship we had on the Golden Girls 1985 and Mary Tyler Moore. I don't seem to require a lot of sleep. If I get 4 or 5 good hours, I'm fine, but sleeping is sort of dull. There's a lot of other good things that you can do without laying down and closing your eyes. A lady likes to be complimented on her looks, her eyes, her figure, but the personality comments are much appreciated. Good night, Evie. I love you, darling. Thank you for coming in here, sweetheart. I enjoy being busy. I really do. Remember, I'm the stub end of the railroad. I have no family, so I'm not taking busy time away from people that should be spending it with. So I'm just relaxing and enjoying it. If everyone took personal responsibility for the animals, we shouldn't have a lot of animal problems that we do. I'm a big spay and neuter supporter. Don't have babies if you're not going to take care of those babies. We don't need more. We just need to take care of the ones we have. Take responsibility and breed kindness. I think it's your mental attitude. So many of us start dreading age in high school, and that's a waste of lovely life. Oh, I'm 40. Oh, I'm 50. Oh, I'm 30. Oh, I'm 40. Oh, I'm 50. Make the most of it. I go out to the kitchen to feed the dog, but that's about as much cooking as I do. I enjoy the opposite sex a lot. Always have, always will. My mother and dad were big animal lovers too. I just don't know how I would have lived without animals around me. I'm fascinated by them, both domestic pets and wild community. They are just the most interesting things in the world to me, and it's made such a difference in my lifetime. I really don't care with whom you slept. I just care what kind of decent human being you are. The writers are the stars of every really successful sitcom. I like bawdy humor. I love bawdy humor, but not dirty humor. It's so compulsive about stuff. I know if I've ever got pregnant, of course, that would have been my whole focus. But I didn't choose to have children because I'm focused on my career. And that I just don't think, as a compulsive as I am, that I can manage both. I kid around a lot, but pranks are not my best strength. A lot of people think this is goody two shoes talking, but we do have a tendency to complain rather than celebrating who we are. I've learned at my mother's knee, excuse me, my mother's knees, it's better to appreciate what's happening. I think we kind of talk ourselves into the negative sometimes. Hello, Mrs. Impossible. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, honey. It's fun once in a while to do a serious part, but I really enjoy doing comedy because I love to laugh. I have my golden retriever now, Pontiac. He's a career change guide dog from Guides Dogs for the Blind. Take personal responsibility. A lot of people go, well, I'll go get a dog because I have a kid and a kid needs a dog, and it doesn't work out for the dog, and the dog is on the street. I'm in the acting business. That's the ego business. You know what the problem that activists always have, or sometimes have? They only concentrate on the heartbreaking things to the point where the general public thinks, oh, here comes the animal folks again, and I'm going to hear all the things I don't want to hear. I cannot stand the people who get wonderful starts in show business and who abuse it. Lindsay Lohan and Charlie Sheen, for example, although there are plenty of others too. They are the most blessed people in the world and they don't appreciate it. Of course, nobody's tearing down my door. If you're successful, you're going to get intimidate and scare off the people you like to spend time with. They're not going to approach you, and the ones who do are often there because you're a celebrity. It's been phenomenal, but everybody keeps congratulating me on my reassurance and my big comeback. I haven't been away, guys. I've just been working steadily for the past 63 years. I was an only child, and my mother and father, who were just, there wasn't a straight man in the house, and I mean that a very nice way. They were fun, and we would laugh a lot. I think that a show that is as successful as The Golden Girls 1985 is a once in a lifetime thing. If you don't feel proud to be part of a show that that has that kind of track record, then shame on you because that's a privilege. I don't get political. I have a backbone of an eel. The audience today has heard every joke. They know every plot. They know where you're going before you even start. That's a tough audience to surprise and a tough audience to write for. It's much more competitive now because the audience is so much more, I want you to say, sophisticated. I like double entry and endurance. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Because then the people who get it enjoy it, and the people who don't get it don't know about it. I'm not what you call sexy, but I'm a romantic. Let's put it that way. I stay in the show business to pay for my animal business. I love Cadillacs and name them after birds. I was one of the first women producers in Hollywood. I'm the luckiest broad on 2 feet, I'll tell you that. They say once a woman passes 40, she doesn't get any good parts, so I'm blessed. I'm in the middle of my 6th book, which is about animals at the Los Angeles Zoo. I'm the luckiest old broad on 2 feet. If the truth were known, it's but it all goes back to Mary Tyler Moore, The Golden Girls, 1985. All those actors love to take the credit. We couldn't do it without the writers. If you get into a Broadway show and it doesn't work, you're a failure. And if it does work, you may be stuck for who knows how long. It just doesn't sound great to me. I just want to bring as much natural as I can. I'm not saying that people who take acting lessons are false. They're much better than I am, but it doesn't work for me. When we started in television, there was that magic box in the corner of the room, and oh my gosh, look what it is doing. Well, I mean, if a joke or humor is bawdy, it's got to be funny enough to warrant it. You can't just have it bawdy or dirty just for the sake of being that. It's got to be funny. When I realized I could use Facebook as a way to communicate directly with my fans, I thought it would be a great idea. The Mary Tyler Moore Show in 1970 was my first big hit. I'm having the time of my life, and in fact, I'm still working. How lucky can you get? I'm 90 years old, and I'm still able to work as much as I do. That's a privilege. I've worked with the Morris Animal Foundation for more than 40 years now, and I'm so proud of all they've done to advance veterinary medicine for animals worldwide. On Bones in 2005, I had seen the show, of course, and I heard was one of the happiest sets in town. That's a great reputation to have, and it's well deserved. On Ralph Helfer book, Modoc. Once I started this incomparable story, I couldn't put it down, and I cannot get it out of my mind, nor will I ever. Were Modoc a work of fiction, it would be a wonderful read, but the fact that it's based on a true story makes it absolutely irresistible. The messages of what can be accomplished by training through affection and joy will thrill all animal lovers and will hopefully bring new insight to others as well. All right, guys. I know that was a lot, but that's a lot of information on Miss Beautiful Betty White so far. And these other ones are not really as long. Hold on just a second, guys. All right. Betty White shares her secrets to a long and happy life. I thought this was some excellent information. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. She shared it with us, and I grabbed it, and I was like, okay, why not? Thank you guys so much for being in here. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe if y'all haven't done so. It means so much to me. It truly does. I love each and every one of you guys. All right, Betty White shares her secrets to live a long and happy life. Time to be happy. Betty White is one of the most iconic and well-known Americans of all time. She has appeared in many popular TV shows and movies and is known for her bright personality and amazing wit. Betty White is a prime example of how to live a long and healthy life. Over the course of her long and happy life, Betty has shared some of her secrets to live a long and healthy life. Here are the top of Betty White's best tips. Staying active. Betty White is still very active and does many things to stay healthy. When it comes to living a long and fulfilling life, there are a lot of different pieces of advice that people would give you. But if you want to boil it all down to one piece of advice, it would have to be stay active. It's been shown time and time again that people who are active live longer and happier lives than those who are not. There are a lot of different ways that you could stay active. You go for walks, jog, bike, swim, or do any other number of activities. The important thing is you find something that you enjoy doing it and you stick with it. If you can't find an activity that you love, then staying active will come easy to you. Another great way to stay active is by joining a retirement community gym or fitness class. It's going good. How are you doing, Mission? Having a positive outlook, and I love this because in the stream is all about positivity, motivation, encouragement, lifting each other up. We talk about all good things here. For the new, beautiful, amazing people in here, we talk about a little bit of mental health. If you suffer with mental health, or if you don't, because I suffer with mental health, so I thought it would be great to talk about. Anybody that suffers with mental health, just kind of open up to certain things and kind of like how you cope with it and how you live a positive life with mental health. And then we talk about motivation, we talk about positivity, good vibes, support, awareness, and encouragement. So it's all good vibes here. There's no drama. It's just all positivity and good vibes. And then we talk about life lessons and stuff like that. I'm not a counselor, nothing like that. I'm just me trying to make a difference in the world that we live in and be a positive change to people and, just lift people up and be there for one another, So that's what it is. Well, you're at the perfect place, Mission Impossible, honey, to get some lift you up. We lift each other up here. So you're at an excellent place, sweetheart. We talk about a little bit of everything, honey. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. It says, having a positive outlook. Betty White has always been a positive person and has helped her live a long life. When it comes to living a long and happy life, having a positive outlook is key. Studies have shown that people who are optimistic tend to live longer and be happier than those who aren't. This may be because optimists are more likely to take action and make things happen, whereas pessimists are more likely to dwell on the negative. Note that no one is born an optimist or a pessimist. It's something that we learn over time. So if you're not someone who naturally looks on the bright side of life, don't worry. You can change your outlook if you want to. All it takes is practice and some effort. One way to start changing your outlook is by focusing on the good things that happen to you rather than the bad. Thank you so much, Mission Impossible. I keep on saying impossible. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Mission Impossible. Means a lot. Thank you so much, honey. Eat healthy. Betty White eats healthy and balanced meals to stay in shape. One simple way to ensure a long and happy life is to eat healthy. Eating a balanced diet of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains helps the body stay healthy and function properly. Additionally, eating plenty of water. Eating plenty of water. You mean drinking plenty of water? Oh, well. Says eating plenty of water helps keep the body hydrated and can help improve moods. Limiting processed foods and unhealthy snacks can also help improve overall health. Making healthy choices when it comes to food helps keep the body strong and functioning optimally, which leads to a longer, happier life. Socialize. Betty White loves being around people, and socialize helps keep her happy. The top secret to a long and happy life is socializing. Socializing helps you stay mentally healthy and can even help you live longer. It's important to find ways to connect with others, whether it's through friends, family, or a hobby group. When you have people to connect with, you feel supported and have someone to rely on. Socializing is also a great way to stay active and engaged in the world. Don't stress, Betty White says that she's never been one to stress about things, and that's helped her stay healthy and happy. It's no secret that stress can take a toll on both our physical and mental health. In fact, studies have shown that chronic stress can lead to a number of health problems, including heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. So, how do we reduce the amount of stress in our life? One key is to learn how to say no. When we're constantly taking on more than we can handle, it leaves us feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. Another key is make time for ourselves, whether it's taking a relaxing bath or spending time outside in nature. Make sure you schedule some time each day for you to relax and rejuvenate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give it up for Betty White. Yes, she's a very positive lady. Finally, don't forget to laugh. Laughter is one of the best ways to reduce stress and is good for our overall health. Mountain Dew Girl. And that's all on that one. And then, like I said, I have one more, and they're not really, and it's about as long as that one is, just to cover, what her little secrets. Hold on, I gotta get it pulled up. My internet's going crazy. Bear with me, guys. Hold on. Well, come on. Load. Load up. And these are actually all the ones that we've talked about so far. Chris Farley, Ozzy Osbourne, Robin Williams, and beautiful Betty White. And we talked about Stephen King last week. All right, Betty White's secrets to live a long and happy life. Look how beautiful she is. She's such a beautiful lady. She really is. Yeah, she's absolutely stunning lady. Says, oh, Betty White, if it wasn't eating green vegetables, how did you do it? Living just weeks shy of her 100th birthday, Betty White is a hallmark of a long, healthy, and happy life. Her secret, avoiding anything green and treating herself to vodka on ice, she joked with People magazine. You should be able to just click on Riff's name and it should pop up like go to channel, honey. Yeah, mission, you just click on the person's name and it'll say go to channel and you should be able to do it that way, honey. It says what positive psychology teaches us about living a long and happy life. Whether you know her for her iconic television roles, risque sense of humor, or the hilarious Super Bowl commercial, it's no secret that Betty White accomplished more than most in her long career. Between radio shows, sitcoms, hosting and producing gigs, movie appearances, and more, she never failed to bring her fans exactly what they wanted. In fact, she loved it. Betty lives a life of happiness. She, her longtime friend and agent Jeff Widows, in an interview with People magazine shortly before White's passing, she always thinks of others first and she stays positive no matter what, which I think is excellent. She stays positive no matter what. Shares Widows. White has even coined herself a cockeyed optimist, saying, I got it from my mama, and that never changed. I always find the positive. Well, it turns out that her persistent optimism, kindness towards others, and the native way of making people laugh did more than just land her iconic career in media. It brought her life of health, happiness, and longevity. Fortunately, we all have the ability to boost health and well-being by incorporating the key tenets of positive psychology into our own daily lives. According to the study of positive psychology, happiness and well-being are a result of 30 strengths and virtues that every culture and religion throughout history shares. And while the Golden Girl could arguably be a reflection of all, there's a few core strengths in particular: optimism, humor, perseverance, and social responsibility that parallel the Betty White we all know and love. Hello, Miss Ann. Good to see you, love. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Optimism, the belief in good fortune, is not only scientifically linked to empowerment and persistence, it also keeps you alive. Harvard University research of 70,000 female nurses found that 25% of women who are most optimistic have a 31% reduced risk of mortality. In addition, further research shows that optimists may live near 15% longer than pessimists. So, what is it about optimism that makes it so impactful to our well being? Optimists experience a variety of mental and physical health benefits, including reduced amount of stress, stronger immune systems, better sleep, and healthier lifestyle choices. By better managing stress, optimists experience less inflammation, reducing the risk of major diseases or illness, and in turn, promoting better health and longevity. It's no wonder Betty lived so long. Humor. In addition to her keen focus on positive, white, spunky humor and practically perfect comedic timing, took the world right alongside her as she laughed her way through 99 years of her life. When asked in 2020 what keeps her going at 98 years old, she told People magazine that having a sense of humor was key to her long and happy life. Oh, and also having a good agent who keeps me busy all the time, she joked. This may seem like a pretty big claim to make, but science certainly has her back. Research shows that humor lowers hormones such as cortisol, reducing stress, anxiety, and tension, while also promoting a sense of happiness and well being. Laughter also plays a vital role in relationships, improving intimacy, communication, self esteem, and martial satisfaction. Look like William James was right when he said, "We don't laugh because we're happy because we laugh." Perseverance. Rank. I can't even talk. Riff, go ahead and throw your channel in there, brother. You're a mod. You should be able to throw your channel link in there since people's asking for it. Perseverance. After getting her foot in the door on various radio shows in the 20s, White quickly climbed the ladder of Hollywood success, launching a career where she would spend decades at the forefront of the media. With each challenge, she puts one foot in front of the other, says Kristen McCallus to People magazine shortly before White's passing. The way she approaches life is, "I'm still here. I got to keep going." But he always finds a silver lining. Lucky for us, her perseverance brought her a gifted the world a lifetime of laughter. Whether she was acting on the local radio show or hosting Saturday Night Live for millions, her ability to flourish through challenges made her a Hollywood trailblazer. Yes, we definitely will, Miss Anne. In her own way, White acknowledged that nothing lasts forever, says People magazine. After her golden retriever Pontiac died in 2017, she opted not to adopt another dog. McCallus shares. She didn't want to bring in anyone new because she didn't want to leave them behind, a testament to both her compassion and a lifelong love for animals. Social responsibility, along with her legendary media career, Betty White. Hold a minute, guys. Let's see. Betty White was passionate animal activist, spending her time away from the screen supporting shelters, protecting animal interests, and even personally adopting rescues, which I think is awesome. This genuine benevolence not only improved the lives of countless animals, it also improved her own. Research shows that the altruism can reduce depression and anxiety by promoting optimism, self empowerment, emotional regulation, and happiness. By doing good, we're not only viewing ourselves more positively, but we're also viewing others more positively. As Betty White once said herself in 2011, kindness and consideration of somebody beside yourself keeps you feeling young. There's Riff put his link in there, guys. So y'all go over there and sub up to Rift. And this is the legacy of Betty White. It's just a few more. It's another paragraph, guys. The legacy of Betty White, while her 99 years are more of a result of positive psychology than vegetables and vodka, Betty's White ability to approach life with humor, optimism, and compassion will leave a legacy for lifetimes to come. She lived her life authentically, loved deeply, and never lost her sparkle. You don't fall off the planet once you've given past the given age. You don't lose any of your sense of humor. You don't lose any of your zest for life or lust for life. Betty White. And that's all the information I have for Miss Beautiful Betty White. We miss you, Betty White. Rest in peace, darling. You're an angel as well, sweetheart. Woot woot, you got it, Red. Yeah. Sweet Jesus, I figured it out. Yeah, party, Red. Party, Red. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. You got it, brother. All right, guys. She was an awesome lady. She sure was. Thank you guys so much for being in here. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe if y'all haven't done so. It means so much to me. It truly does. And did y'all see her thumbnail picture? She's doing this. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was awesome. We got 23 people watching and we got 21 likes. Hit that like button, guys. I appreciate it. She was an awesome lady. I think it's great because she just lives on positivity. She lived on animals and being an actress, and she done a lot. What we covered, she done a lot of good things, especially for animals. I didn't even know she was a DJ. I didn't know she was a disc jockey. That's pretty cool. Yes, Bob Barker passed away at 99 today. Yes. So I think beautiful Betty White, I believe, was probably about a year older than him. Or let's see, this is 2023. So she was like 2 years older than him. Because she'd be like 101 or something like that. Yes, rest in peace, Bob Barker. I loved him on The Price is Right. It was awesome. Exactly. She was only she was 2 weeks or like 15 days or something like that from her 100th-year-old birthday. Not a whole lot of people could say that. Oh, I'm sure she has. I'm sure she has. Mission, honey. I'm sure she has. Absolutely. Betty and Bob's, they dating up in heaven. They dating. Yeah, they are. Because she's still spunky. She says that she's still got it in her age. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm kind of glad in a way she does have some nasty quotes. That one, oh my goodness. I'll kind of paraphrase it because I didn't go over it. But something about um guys having, down below, and it makes them weak, but have what women have, and that thing can take a pound. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I hope that's not in the quotes I go over. I'll have to like bleep it out or say something like I did just now. But that I have to say that's funny. My mom said a lady in the nursing home turned 103 today. Wow. Wow. That's great. That's a long life, guys. It really is. That's a very long life to live. Very long life to live. Mm. Thank you guys so much. And if y'all just coming in, please go back and please rewatch the first part of this live if you didn't get a chance to, because we talked about beautiful Nana's Angels, and I dedicated some songs to her. So if y'all haven't, it would be greatly appreciated. I know that Miss Nana's Angels would appreciate it as well. But I played her some songs to honor that beautiful lady and know that she would be missed, guys. Miss Ann said, I'm glad I got to go. The Price is Right 3 years ago. First one called to come down. Won my best bet first. Going on stage with Drew, and it was a blast. Was Drew really nice, Miss Ann? Was he really nice? And you had to go to what? Where is it at? California? Is that where it is? Is California, Miss Ann? Yes, and so funny. Well, I think he had that gastric bypass surgery or something like that because he was really big on the, he was a lot bigger than what he is now on the Drew Carey show with Mimi and all of them. And I think he had gastric bypass, or he got his stomach part of his stomach removed or whatever it's called. And he's lost a lot of weight. He's lost a lot of weight. He's healthy looking and everything. My great grandmother was over 100 years old when she passed away. I love listening to her stories about when she was young. I learned so much from her. Exactly, we learn so much from and don't take this the wrong way, but we learn so much from elderly people. And I love them because they'll tell you the same story over and over and over, but it never gets old because they always add to it, and they always have emotion behind it. And like I could hear Rebel's mom's story is over and over and over. I'd be like, she'd be like, "Did I tell you that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's okay, honey. I'll listen to it again." Just little things like that you always remember. You always remember. Absolutely, that's something that you'll treasure. Absolutely. Also, so where you're in Georgia, you had to go to LA. Oh my goodness. There's Rebel. You totally missed one of the semi perverted quotes that Miss Betty. I didn't read over it. I just kind of uh paraphrased it. Let's put it like that. I paraphrased it. Yes, exactly. Much love and respect to everybody in here. Yes, it means so much. Like I said in Rebel's Live, I don't know if you guys were in there or not, but me and Rebel could not, and I know he does true crime and he talks about our veterans, and then of course he does music on the weekends. But we cannot do what we do without you guys, you amazing, precious, beautiful people, and that's the God's honest truth. Seriously, like sitting here talking to yourself is just downright boring. Y'all make our lives. You know, we cannot do what we do without all you beautiful people in here. Every single one of you. In YouTube's eyes, y'all are subs, but in mine and Rebel's eyes, when you hit that subscribe button, you automatically become our family. And we love each and every one of you guys. We respect you guys. We'll give you the shirt off our back if y'all needed it more than we did. So I'm just saying. That's just how me and Rebel are, and we're not going to change for nobody. We've always been that way, and we're always going to stay that way. We just have huge, huge hearts, and when we say we love you, we mean it. Y'all, my cousin, I never got to hang out with in person. Yeah, pretty much. Oh Lord, Rebel said, been reading up on the new C word that's out there. What a crock of shit it is. Uh oh. Yes, I truly, truly, truly appreciate you guys. Truly. So, for the new beautiful people in here, which we love seeing new faces. We love seeing new faces on Rebels. We love seeing new faces on mine. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Just know you're always welcome here. And we love and respect the hell out of each and every one of you guys. We might not have ever met you guys in person, but we still love and respect y'all, and we'll do anything that we can for you guys and to support. That's what family is all about. But like I said, in YouTube's eyes, of course, you have to hit the subscribe, to get in YouTube's eyes to be a subscriber. But you're not a subscriber to us, your family. So as soon as you hit that subscribe, you automatically become Angel family over here and Rebel family over there. But if you put it together, it's Rebel Angel family. But like I said, he covers true crime and he talks about our military, our veterans, and then I cover everything else, the good side. Like, which I'm not saying you don't cover the good side, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't do true crime because where I suffer with mental health. I mean, every once in a blue moon, I might just randomly do I have done a couple of them in the past, like babies, but where I suffer with mental health, it it affects me a lot, and I really really get involved in it, and I lose sleep and everything. So it's very hard for me to do true crime all the time, like some of these people do. I'm just, shoo, you know what I mean? Like it's rough. It's rough. And I'm kind of, I guess you could say I'm part of the true crime community too. I just don't do true crime, but I follow it, because I'm in Rebels and I was in Angels, of course, and stuff like that. But do you make a craft or anything? Yes, sometimes it's depressing. I actually um practice tattooing. Yes, I practice tattooing. I don't know if you've seen all Rebels tattoos. I haven't done them all, but I've done a lot of them. I'm trying to get an apprenticeship, so I practice tattooing. I love it. I love to write, and we do karaoke on Fridays and Saturdays. I might not be able to sing a tune in a bucket, but it's something I enjoy. It's something that I enjoy, and it lifts everybody's spirits because music is great for the soul, and so is laughter and just listening to music. So we do that every Friday, every Saturday is karaoke. So I'm just kind of going over it, letting you guys know. But it's great. So over here, like I said, we talk about, we don't talk about mental health constantly, but we talk about some mental health because like when I very first started this in November of last year, so it's been almost a year. um I was like, well, I don't know what in the world what in the world I was going to talk about, because everybody's like, Becca, because my name's Becca. You can call me Becca or Angel, whichever you want to call me. But they said, Becca, you need to do you a channel. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do it on. And so I had to think about it for a couple of days. And I was like, well, I suffer with mental health. I got PTSD and all kinds of crap. And it's pure hell. I mean, truly. But I was like, well, I did some research and tried to see if there was anybody like, normal people like me and you guys, that just kind of talk about it or just like be a difference in somebody's life. And I did not see anybody. So I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to be doing because mine, a lot of people say that my channel is a lot different. Like they've never seen a channel like mine because, like I said, we're about positivity. We talk about mental health, support, awareness. We lift each other up. We're there for one another. Motivation, encouragement, positivity, of course, good vibes, and, mental health. And then we do life lessons. So, like I'm not a counselor, I'm not a doctor, I'm not nothing like that. I just like to give you guys advice and just pull up useful information that not only helps me, but it helps you guys. And I enjoy it. And I go live every single night except for Thursday. I go live every night. Friday and Saturday, I always try to tell you guys. Monday and Tuesday is topic nights. And I always go around around the time is between 10 p.m. Eastern to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. It's typically around 10:30 p.m. Eastern because I got to get our youngins asleep. So, but yeah, we have karaoke. So Monday and Tuesday is like topic night. So I pick a topic and we kind of talk about like we did in Betty White, tonight in a way. That's kind of like what I do. I pull it up on the screen and we talk about it. But it's like life topics or mental health or just whatever, I feel on my heart that, maybe somebody, might get some use out of it, and might be a difference in their lives. So we talk about that on Monday and Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we have open panel all on positivity, good vibes, stuff like that. Thursday is where me and Rebel go live together on either Tattooed Rebels, which is his, or we go live together on ours together, which is Tattooed Couple. And then Friday and Saturday we have music on the bonfire, like Rebel was putting on there. And then after the bonfire, then we have karaoke on the weekends. And then Sunday, of course, we do something to this effect. Somebody that's been a difference in a bunch of people's lives and made a difference in the world. And we know Betty White made a huge difference in the world with animals and her being an actress for so long. Like she's a great lady. She's a great lady. Yes, and we support one another here. We support one another here. There's no judgment here whatsoever. It's all positivity. There's no drama. There's no bullying. There's nothing like that. If by chance there is, there's excellent mods in here that will take care of it real quick. They we don't have it much, but we have mods in here that love to throw the wrenches if they need to. So I'm just saying, you don't have you're in a safe place here. No judgment here at whatsoever. We support one another and we're there for one another. It's like a family. It's like a family, seriously. So that's why I say, please share or let people know that, everybody's invited to come over here. Everybody needs a little bit of positivity in their life. Everybody needs a little bit of encouragement and motivation and some life lessons. Who don't need life lessons every now and then? It kind of makes you think, like, wow, or whatever. And of course, good vibes and positivity and no negativity and no drama. It's all just good stuff here, guys. It's all good stuff here. So that's what this channel is about. I mean, if y'all was curious, which I know most of you guys know, but for the new, beautiful, amazing people in here, um, you know, she, oh Lord, I can't even think. Sorry, guys. Um, welcome. Welcome. Yes, Rich said if you need someone, email Becca and she responds with positive vibes. And I'm just saying this right here, right now. If anybody needs somebody to talk to, and this is what I've started on my mental health. When I first started this, a lot of people suffer with mental health, but they throw it under the rug. They're like, "Oh, nothing's wrong with me," or "I'm not going to the doctor," or "I'm not seeing a counselor," or whatever. So I always say, have you a good support system? Have you somebody that you can talk to? They might not understand what you're going through, but yet again, they might. But, like I have PTSD. I know there's a lot of people that have PTSD, but there's different forms of PTSD. Like everybody has a different story. You know what I mean? Everybody, there's a lot of people that suffer with mental health or mental illness. So I just want to be a difference in people's lives, and in return it helps me. I put my shit on the back burner, and trust me, I have paperwork. I've been fighting for disability for a long time for my mental, but I just put it on the back burner just to be here for all you beautiful people. So if y'all ever need anybody to talk to, there's not going to be no judgment here. There's not going to be, no hate, no nothing. If y'all ever need anybody to talk to, just somebody to vent to or somebody to need advice to or anything to that, for that matter, I'm here for each and every one of you guys wholeheartedly, because, I have, growing up, I was bullied as a child because I used to be a preacher's daughter. All right, honey. All right. That's fine. You're more than welcome to. But I used to be a preacher's daughter. So unfortunately, they put preacher's kids kind of up on a high pedestal. And if they're not that way, then they get made fun of or they get belittled or whatever. So all my life, I've had pretty much a shitty life, except for my beautiful, amazing mother and my husband and my children and my brothers. But we won't even get this started on the sperm donor ordeal. But anyway, I have childhood PTSD. I have adult PTSD, and so I've had kind of a shitty childhood, and I've lived with a lot of trauma. So that's when I say I go through pure hell. I will put my junk on the back burner because I don't want to be a burden to nobody. I would rather lift you guys up and just deal with my own hell by myself, because I'm not used to people being there for me and not having to pull that knife out of the back of your back, if that makes sense. So, it just sucks because there's so many judgmental people in this world, and people shouldn't be like that. But unfortunately they are. That, like I always say, nobody's better than nobody, and they need to be humble. They need to be humble and appreciate what you have, because unfortunately there's some people out there that don't have hardly anything. So, be humble, and like I said, nobody's better than nobody else. Everybody struggles. Everybody has hard times. Everybody has good times. We're human. We make mistakes, but own up to your mistake. And, if you make a mistake, own up to it. You're human. You're not supposed to be perfect. Everybody has flaws. So, that's what a lot of my channel is. It's just all good stuff. It's just all good stuff, guys. someone miles away, but only a few minutes from healing is good. It's good to be able to chat or listen to it. Exactly. Like I said, I might not understand what you're going through, but I can give you advice. Just a friend advice, like a family friend advice. Because like I'm not a counselor, nothing like that. I'm not. Some people call me a life coach. I'm not one of those, but I mean, what y'all can call me whatever. Just don't call me no bad names. I'm just saying, whatever. I'm just me, and I want to make a difference in this evil world that we live in. You know, I want to make a difference. I'm not saying I'm just saying the evilness in the world, not so much the world's evil, but the evilness that's in the world. We're going to eventually make a difference in a lot of people's lives, but you got to weed out all that bad to get to the good. There's great people in this world, but unfortunately, the evil or the wicked outdoes the good. If that makes sense. So we just need to keep on pushing forward, be that positive change in everybody's lives. A little act of kindness makes a big difference, guys. A little act of kindness makes a huge difference. And actually saying, I'm there for you and actually meaning it is huge. It is huge, So, and I've been there for a lot of people, and I won't say no names because I'm not like that. If you trust to email me and want me to be there for you, um, I will do that wholeheartedly. I won't tell nobody a soul. I won't tell a single soul. It's none of their business. So the way that I look at it is, like I said, that knife hurts. So to lift each other up and be there for one another, shoot me an email or my Facebook is still my face. I have a YouTube Facebook. You're going to always send me the one there. But unfortunately, right now, I can't get into that YouTube Facebook. I'm trying to figure it out. Every time I put a password in, it kind of logs me in, but it does the bogging down thing, and then it logs me back out. So I'm going to fix it. But the link is in there. So you're more than welcome to send me your friend's request if you do have a Facebook. And once I get in, if you send me a message, I promise I will get to you. Just right now, I'm not able to do anything. Like I was saying yesterday, if anybody sends me a message, I promise once I get it open, I will message you back. So please don't think that I'm ignoring you. I just can't get into it right now. I've had a lot of people say, "You've seen my message," and I was like, "No, I didn't see your message." But they said, "Well, I seen the person in the corner." I said, "Well, that wasn't me." So that I don't know if it got hacked or I don't know. So when I get into it, if y'all ever send me anything on my YouTube, Facebook, I will get back to you once I get into it. I just want to let you guys know so you can send it. It's just give me a chance to get in there, guys. And chatting with your husband is good. I caught a little bit of his live. Well, thank you so much. It means so much. Like I said, he does true crime and he talks about our amazing veterans in our military. And then of course I do, all the kind of like life lesson stuff, like community and life and in general, stuff, the lift you up type of stuff, So it really means so much to me, guys, that y'all are in here. Please share this out or let people know. They're more than welcome to come over here. Who don't need some positivity and encouragement and motivation in their life? Everybody does. Everybody does. So please share it out and let people know. The more the merrier. Everybody's welcome. We don't deal with no BS here. We do not. I'll tell people real straight up. I'm not going to deal with no BS over here. None whatsoever. And so we keep it positive and we just lift each other up and we're there for one another. We support one another. And like I said, I go live every day, every night between 10 and 10:30 p.m. Eastern, except for Thursdays. So if y'all need a little bit of encouragement or you want to get a little bit away from the true crime community, just kind of like to get your head a little bit better because, true crime, I've heard like true crime stories can kind of mess with you mentally because you get really into it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, everybody is welcome to come over here if they want just a little bit of encouragement, motivation, positivity, or whatever, just to get kind of their mind back in order, because true crime is a lot. It affects us a lot mentally and physically. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody is welcome to come over here. And they can come over here for, a little bit and get them some encouragement and positivity and then go back over, or they can stay, or, whatever. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. So that's what I'm saying, please share it out. Please let people know. It truly means so much. It truly, truly does. It truly does. So before I jump off here, I always say this. Okay. Now I have a live plan tomorrow. I don't have it up yet because I have to get my topic. So I will be going live tomorrow night between probably around 10:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what time zone everybody's in, but I always forget to say Eastern. So I want to make sure I say Eastern. All right. Well, I always say this before I get off because I'm getting ready to get off here now because I got to get up early and put the babies on the bed. Shoo, on the bus. Yes, everybody's welcome to come in. Absolutely. And please hit that like button if y'all haven't done so. Please do. It means so much. And hit that subscribe and hit that share. But it truly means a lot. But I always say this because you do not know what people are going through in their life or what they're going through right now. So please be kind to one another. Lift each other up. Be there for one another. Support one another. Be that difference in the world. Be the good difference. Be humble. Nobody's better than nobody. Just be a humble person. But as I always say, be a better person than what you was yesterday. Not better than nobody else, just being a better person than what you was yesterday. And let your light shine. And also, be careful with your words because they can be easily forgiven, but never forgotten. So just be careful what you say. And Nana's Angels, we love you, honey. Rest in peace, dear lady. And we want to thank you for everything that you've done for those beautiful babies. And now you're up there with all the beautiful babies. So you just keep your light shining up there in heaven. And we will see you again. There's no question. There's no doubt in my mind that she is not in heaven. No question at all. She is a lovely lady. And you are definitely missed, sweetheart. And definitely loved. So, and trust me, you will not be forgotten. You will not be forgotten. But thank you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I love y'all. What? Um, because why don't you let this bitch rest in peace? Damn, get a fucking life. Well, Molly Colley, maybe you need to go on somewhere because I was just saying good things about her. I mean, it's a free country. I can say what I want. Whoever you are. Whoever Molly Colley is. I don't know. But anyway. But we love you guys. So you get a life too, Molly. But thank you so much for coming in here. Because, it's my stream and their stream. And we're positive in here. So go on with your negativity. But I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Virtual hugs. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, guys. See ya.